if you're the parent of this child, this is not the way you want to hear that your baby, the child that you brought into this world is now no more. You don't want to hear it from WhatsApp or Bahamas News or Facebook. But today, this is the world we live in. Today, we now live in a misinformation age. Mr. Chairman. 20 years ago when I was growing up, we only had a few forms of information, a few forms of media. You'd get the newspaper in the morning, then after school you come home and you hear the news around 7 o'clock, and throughout the day if you're listening to the radio, then you'd hear some news from 1540 or whatever it is. But today now, and the thing is, if something happened today, you probably wouldn't hear about it until tomorrow. And that's if it didn't happen that morning and you get to hear about it that night. But today now we have WhatsApp, we have Facebook, we have so many outlets. I mean, news is constantly coming to our cell phones and we all have one. And so information now is becoming fearful. I mean, in the last 10 years, I want you to think back now and tell me, how many viral scares have you heard of? I can think about, well, most recently we have the Zika virus. We had dengue fever some years ago. There was, I remember back when they had the anthrax virus. And it seems, it's so frightening, the things we hear. And take the Zika virus now, for instance. Recently, everyone's been saying now that Zika virus has been around for some 50 years and it was never really a concern. And the thing that's causing the shrunken heads is the spraying for these mosquitoes. And you're presented with so much information. You're being told not to have babies. You're being told to spray yourself. You're being told not to worry, and you don't know how exactly you should feel. That's because we're bombarded with so much information. And then we look at the referendum that just went by. Somehow, someone got it into the Bahamian public's mind that there was a anti-gay campaign somehow for the government to shoehorn gay marriages. But some legal experts were saying that no, this was not the case. This actually protects us just from that. But we're hearing so much that we lose out now on an opportunity for our country to grow. Because there are many people that were on board with these issues, but didn't really hear the message because of all the misinformation that they were hearing. They're trying to get gays to take over the country. Everyone has their own private agenda. And even so much so, you look at the fact that if a crime happens, you're being shown these gruesome images of people being murdered. I mean, these people could be our very own loved ones. And that is not the way you want to be notified that you just lost someone. Imagine yourself in their situation. Your husband just died. Your wife just died. Your child just died. And now you're seeing these gruesome images passed around on WhatsApp, and it's not even something you expected. But what we should move towards now is, well, we respect people. We respect their rights. That when we see these things, we don't now just go and forward them along and pass them along. I ask that we end the forwarding of misinformation, things that can't be founded, of forwarding along messages of gruesome murders, because we don't know who we're forwarding them along to. It could be your daughter, it could be your son. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, today we are bombarded with so much misinformation, and I'm asking you today to be skeptical about what it is that you're hearing. Think about what it is that we're forwarding along and that what we're telling people that is fact, when in truth we don't really know that at all, and it could just simply be misinformation. Mr. Chairman.